What's up, everybody? This is Blake and Levi bringing you another podcast for the week. We're gonna hit Atlanta recap, Chicago preview, hit some silly season rumors and some big news that dropped this week, and go over the in-season tournament. Stay tuned. Levi, how's your week been? What's been going on with you?
Nothing big week for sports for me. Pretty good week.
Yeah.
Wimbledon and the Women's Euros. And
okay.
Baseball.
I forget you love tennis.
Second best sport in the world.
What's the first best sport?
Soccer.
All right. Fair enough. If y'all are new to the channel, go follow us everywhere. Turn Two Commentators on all social media, TikTok, Instagram.
Soon to be on OnlyFans. Yeah, that's where a lot of UFC fighters put their sparring, their podcast. I watch podcasts on OnlyFans. But it's for UFC commentating.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they got to hit all sectors of people.
Yeah. Look, if somebody decides to
story, $17.99.
If somebody decides to pay to listen to us, then I guess we made it, huh?
Hey, half the proceeds go to children's hospitals.
Fair enough. I guess that Chase Elliott wins got you feeling generous, huh?
Yeah, it does. Imagine your mom seeing like, excuse me, Blake, why do you have you posting $6.99 for this photo on OnlyFans on your story? But it's a Cowboys winning. Your grandma calling like, what's this OnlyFans that Blake is doing?
Yeah, we do the podcast nude.
Oh man, imagine your dad trying to call you like, how do I log into this OnlyFans thing? What's up? Oh, you say just ignore everything you see.
Yeah.
But anyway, your favorite driver won this weekend, or your old favorite driver. I mean, we're all former Chase Elliott fans here.
Yeah, and I think that fan base kind of ruined it for us.
Well, no, not me. Chase ruined it for me.
Well, we know we have your reasons, but the fan base ruined it for me.
If it wasn't for the fans, you can't be a Chase. No, I ain't gonna get into that. I was gonna
say, if it wasn't for the fans, I would rep Chase Elliott because he's from Georgia.
What if the Cowboys got into a heated rivalry? What would you do? I'm talking about heated to where they cussing at each other, pushing him as soon as they shove. Chase saying something about his wife, his kid. His kid looks like a marshmallow. Who would you defend?
Oh, I'm defending. I'm defending Kyle.
I thought you were going to take the Sean O'Malley route with that one.
No.
You defend Kyle? Oh, sorry, but Braxton kind of does look like a marshmallow. He has a marshmallow head.
I mean, you see the flag hanging behind me.
I feel like your wife forced you to do that. Come on now.
No. Not at all.
I thought I was going to see a 77 flag. You probably got one in your car right now. Like, I can't order it.
I don't.
It's probably hanging up above your bed.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I had a joke. What do you tell your wife when it's that time? Ride the dente. With a 77 cutoff shirt on.
Yes.
And jorts.
Yes. Wow.
Well, at least he had, I kind of get why you like him, because he has, from what we've seen, isn't like the HMS corporate. HMS drivers, when they speak to the media, it's like the men in black, but the guys in black suits, no personality.
Like, not trying to glaze on him even more, but right before we got on, he went live on Twitch. It's just
you get updates, don't you?
Yeah, I had the notification.
Don't worry, I get updates from Haley Deegan, and it'll be like family at the lake.
But I mean, the way he's just hanging out, chilling. I mean, literally dropping F-bombs every single sentence. Does not care. It's just like hanging out with one of the boys.
Side note, why does Will Brown look like an alternate version of William Byron?
Wow.
But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, if it wasn't for Carson Hocevar, yeah, I'm talking about his driving style, but I mean, everyone has a different driving style. You don't want people to drive like robots. Just some form of personality. To some people, Chase has personality because, like Will Brown, he flies planes. Like his outside life is like Chase Elliott. But if you're coming from NASCAR, I'm gonna ask you a question: Would you rather be on the game with Chase Elliott or Carson Hocevar?
Probably Carson Hocevar.
What would you and Chase talk about? Yeah, say you're playing Sea of Thieves.
Hey man, you wash your car lately?
First of all, you only talk to people at work like that. Hey, like you ask like those questions. Like if you're talking to someone else,
what did you do this weekend? Those type of questions.
When's the last time you asked me what did I do this weekend? That framing of a question.
Exactly. I only ask you how your week's been because it's like kind of our intro to our show.
Yeah. You shouldn't, if you're trying to be cool with someone, you shouldn't ask questions that you would ask like on the first date. So, what's your favorite color? First of all, you should never ask that on the first date. Cause what does that get you?
Or what's your hobbies? Watching NASCAR. They gonna instantly be like, get out of here.
Oh, that's cool. My grandpa went to a race before, and that's it. That's when you get the check and you split it, or you sneak out and make her pay the whole bill. You do a female move, say, let me go use the restroom real quick.
Or what is it that trend on TikTok? It's like, oh, you like racing? Oh, you must be a big Max Verstappen fan, and it says like, holy airball.
Or in your case, in like a couple of years, when you, let's say you were senior, you leave a boring date, you'll hear some cam down in the parking lot that's chopping. Is he leaving? And you texting out the woman of the car, and she.
But before we get into this, silly season started this week.
Silly season's always started.
I mean, it is, but we had
the real silly season rumor because at the beginning of the year you said Alex Bowman safe. I mean, you on the Dente before even Daytona 500 started.
And I mean, one of the other drivers that we thought that wasn't safe is no longer safe. Daniel Suarez.
Well, I kind of knew going into the year, but he's going to be picked up by a big team or a good team.
Where do you think he ends up at though?
The rumors I heard are RFK and Kaulig. Or Legacy, because Legacy wants to go to 3 cars.
Where's all these charters going to come from?
NASCAR has 4. You never know. There is going to be a team that's going to switch manufacturing coming up soon. There's charters to go around, but it's teams to go away. RCR can go to 1 car.
Could.
Joe Gibbs can, I feel hot take in the next 4 years, a big team going to go down to 3 teams. I mean, Penske is 4 cars. I don't care what they say. That's their cousin.
Yeah, that's their kissing cousin. They're in the same shop.
Yeah, same shop, but that door right there just says Wood Brothers.
Yeah, that's y'all's section over there.
It's like growing up in your parents' house. It's their house, but you have your own room.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, I hate it for him because I feel like he had a good home at feel like he had a good home at Trackhouse.
When Pitbull left, I thought that he needs to do good.
Well, I was going to say, do you think Pitbull leaving kind of, I wouldn't say set that in motion, but maybe.
Well, kind of, but I think it's Gillage. We have a hot talent like that.
Do you think,
tell me who the hot talent coming up in Penske is? Like, that would make someone be on the hot seat?
That's the thing we always talk about. Why does Penske not have an Xfinity car anymore?
Do they need one? Because the Philly team is the 21 team. I think Jasper is a top 5 driver as far as like getaway car.
Yeah.
Skip. So I mean, who's replaced? Well, Cindric. He wins. He wins when everyone says he needs to go.
And he got that win. He's good now. He's good now.
Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, they're both on the free market, and you have a tier 1 Chevy team. Who you call it? And one car. And we're Rodney Childers.
Well, I'm just gonna. If I was basing it off talent, I'd have to go Briscoe.
They both say they want to drive for you.
I'd have to go Briscoe, but if I was basing it off of looks, because you gotta have like a half. If you're gonna like have a driver that's the lead of your team, you can't be. They're both kind of ugly, so I don't know who I choose there.
Was that image lasting in your head when he won the race and he did this?
Yeah, I was like, where?
He did this, and you said, "No, you can't do that anymore."
Nah, you got to keep that hat on.
If you were a driver and you had that, how would you be walking around?
Oh, hat 24/7, or just shave it off.
I'm asking the question: if you got off this mic camera,
I know,
and you went in there
and
shaved your head, do you have the head shape?
No, I'd probably be sleeping outside.
I really want you to do that one day. Just clean, besides your eyebrows and mustache, clean everything off. No, goatee, no other hair, and just go in there and see what your wife says.
I know.
Wear a white t-shirt and jeans.
I know Chase Briscoe's wife don't think that looks good.
Okay, if you were in that situation, you had the hair he currently has, what would your wife be telling you?
You better go hit up Joey Logano.
Oh, she won't say shave because she don't like you. Has she ever seen you like with a low haircut, like low?
Yes, she has. There's a picture out there floating on the internet. You should go try to find it.
Was it were you getting a little loving with that hairstyle?
I'm always getting loving with. It don't matter.
The loving with that hairstyle versus when you had the long Florida Georgia line hair is probably a little different.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, then shaved it. Give it to Roger. Goatee and baldy.
Dang.
Oh, that'd be awkward if you two meet each other and you had the same get up.
Other news, Rick Ware got bought out.
Or he hit the bank.
Or, well, yeah, he definitely hit the bank from what it sounds like.
What happened? Like, what if someone said they saw you still got the other Titan, right?
Yeah.
Or did you already you didn't get rid of it?
No, I still got it.
So let's say someone sees your Titan since you're a Titan collector, like Skip Bailey's a Corvette collector. And he said, I want to give you $100,000 for both those trucks right now. He came into your door. What would you say?
Okay.
That's what Rick Ware is feeling like. How much? What was it? 90 G's?
They said 9 figures. So that's 100. That's 100 mil.
How long you think it took Rick Ware to say yes?
He probably didn't have to sleep on it.
100 mil? How much do you think it would cost to buy out? If someone wanted to buy out Hendrick, Rick Hendrick out, Jeff Gordon, what number would you think they would have to come?
That is an empire.
For them to think.
Dude, that's an empire. Dude, I would say it's probably 500 mil or more.
What do you think Hendrick would be worth, like, legitimately? But what do you think they will list it as?
You got to list it for $1 billion.
Just to entertain them.
Yeah.
Just to entertain them.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. If Rick Hendrick got offered $1 billion, if someone said, I'll give you $1 billion for this team, he'd probably say yes.
You have to come with like in between 1 and 2 billion. Can Joe Gibbs be? I don't think Joe Gibbs can be bought. I think it'd be harder to buy Joe Gibbs out than it would HMS.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs, he ain't selling. He ain't going anywhere
because it's like built in.
Yeah.
RFK, here's a number. If you offer Brad K $1 billion, Brad K would do this. I tried, man.
Yeah. Right before,
but honestly, But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was watching host of our stream, and he was the people that are partnered with Spire and all that Spire is associated with. He was like, I'm gonna break it down. He's like, technically, I'm teammates with all these professional athletes because all this company is partnered with Spire and they own all this. He's like, so I'm teammates with Colton Herta, teammates with whoever's going to take over the Cadillac F1 team, who's ever going to be driving that.
I'm supposed to. I'm sure that Perez being teammates.
He's like, I'm teammates with Caitlin Clark. He's like, I'm teammates with LeBron James, and then he's like, and Otani because
they West people.
Yeah. And he's like, that whole group owns a bunch of stuff. I was like, wow.
They do. Keep talking. I gotta get my charger.
All right. We'll just cut this out.
Next session, Nick Sanchez or Chase Briscoe? Who you signing right now?
Chase Briscoe.
They drive the 41 car in the Cup Series next year.
Chase Briscoe.
I'm taking Nick Sanchez because I saw what Chase Briscoe can do in this car. You and I can split seat time and do that.
Well, also,
do you think Chase Briscoe is a guy who, I guess his levels of talent, not saying he's not talented, but if you put, let's say, for example, you put Cole LaJoie in the 5 car full time, give him guaranteed 4 years, he's in top equipment. What do you think he would do in those 4 years? Like everything, they back him 100%.
Maybe 3-4 wins.
3-4 wins, made the playoffs 1 or 2 times.
Yeah,
because he won. Do you think Chase Briscoe is that type of driver? You put him in top equipment, you'll see he'll try to perform up to what the car is versus like what would happen when you put Kyle Larson in the 21 car or the 2 car? But Kyle Larson in the 2 car.
He'd probably have good results.
Would that be the best team lineup? Because you argue that'd be the best team lineup in history.
It'd be pretty close.
Has there ever been a team that's full of champions? Like, so all cars out there, everyone has won a championship. And I'm not counting the 60s.
I don't think so. I mean, Penske has 2 champions. I mean, so does Hendrick Motorsports, but yeah, I mean,
Gibbs. I feel like Gibbs always gets the most wins, but they can't get the championships.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, RCR, but no.
Yeah.
RCR is built like an F1 team. We got our primary car, who's our flagship, and the secondary car. Whatever you get is like having a ranch with your chicken.
All right. Well, let's jump into this past weekend. I know it's almost a week since it's happened, but
what race did you think was better? Quality, just strictly what happened, like storylines, passing, and whatnot, and why?
Out of the Cup and Xfinity?
Cup. Take out line route.
The Cup race, hands down, was better than the Xfinity race. I saw both of them in person. Xfinity race, I don't know. It had a good storyline to it, but it just wasn't there. I don't know.
Do you think if that big wreck did not happen, if they didn't wreck like that, do you think the race wouldn't have been as good?
No, I think it still would have been good because the energy, I don't know, the energy in the crowd, I think is what made that race also really good.
What if Chase Elliott was in that wreck?
Still would have been a good race. Still would have been a good race.
I think the fact that they all wrecked, just better storylines came out of the.
Well, yeah, because we were going to get a new winner.
That and Ware was driving good. BJ McLeod was battling for the top 10 majority of the race, and then all the bracket upsets.
Yeah,
it performed like a March Madness round 1.
Oh, and they put out a thing. There's no more. There's 0 perfect brackets. Everybody's bracket who put in a bracket busted.
You know, you guys were telling me to your wife sent me the bracket to fill out when I was driving from Mooresville. I was like, come on, choose Todd Dillon. I was like, oh, it's late. I was like, come on. I was going for all the upsets. I knew what I've seen already. I knew not to choose Denny Hamlin when I saw Eric Easton barely even say Todd Dillon. He said Todd Dillon. I'm taking Denny Hamlin. I said, nah, he didn't give it. I could understand if it was like, what's the typical track? Kansas.
Yeah.
But when it was Atlanta, like, no. Blake, if they put you in a car out there that's up to speed, you have a 0.5% chance to win the race. But honestly, I like the weekend. Also, another thing I want to touch on that since we were talking about the 2 races, the coverage. Overall, it's a slight drop off from, of course, Amazon Prime. But I think I had no complaints with it because I think it's still better than Fox because of the way the commercials work. For some reason, it was on True TV, I believe, right?
Yeah, TNT or whatever it was.
Yeah, one of those 2. That was still better than Fox. I'm going to say this. Would you watch the Atlanta Hawks play on Fox, or would you just rather watch them play on like the local channel?
I mean, it'd be cool to see them play on a big network, but
exactly, Stu. I feel like NASCAR is better on these other networks. NASCAR on Fox. Like, what's the number one thing you would watch on Fox? What sport would you watch on Fox?
NFL.
It just fits exactly because it's gonna be timeouts. Fox fits better with NFL. Man, where do you want to watch your college football at?
CBS or ESPN.
Exactly. Some things just fit in some things. Like F1 would have the same problems as NASCAR if they were on Fox.
Oh, for sure. Like when I sent y'all that text, randomly in my YouTube feed, I got suggested the 2008 Atlanta race. I didn't watch the whole thing.
But I watched. Just searched that up.
No. It was recommended. I was like, oh, I'll put that on. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I skipped through it. But it was Fox. It was so good. It was Mike Joy, Larry Mack, DW. It was so Larry good.
That was DW in his prime, right? Yes. Commentating.
It was so good. You had Jeff Hammond down there. Like, it was just really good. It was like, I'm like, man, Fox really did drop off.
I won't say they put their emphasis in other things, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get mad at Fox for not prioritizing NASCAR over
and
NFL.
I get it. Yeah. They're money makers, NFL. I get it.
Like, would you rather, if you're watching the Attitude Era of WWE, would you rather watch the Attitude Era on Netflix with no censors, or would you rather watch it on Fox if they had the choice?
I'm watching it on Netflix.
Exactly. It's like, last example, it's like certain shows that are on network TV that like, imagine if Sons of Anarchy had no censorship and it was on a different network. It would just make it better.
I was going to say, that'd be pretty good.
It's okay for us. We don't have to like the Fox commentary, but to the Atlanta race, I missed the first 60 laps because I was driving.
Yeah.
But when I was catching up to it, I didn't even look at the number of laps. I was looking down like, in my brain, I thought, wow, it's like 15 laps ago. It wasn't even halfway.
Yeah, dude, they were going for it.
It was the one line I told you that they reminded me of. Mid-90s.
Yeah.
Before Tandem. And then I hear other people saying that's what it reminded me of because, like, you get a run, okay. There I go right there.
Have you watched the inboard camera of Chase Elliott on that last lap?
I actually just watched it yesterday.
That run he got going into turn one was insane. I mean, I don't think Brad couldn't react quick enough, which watching it back, he could have reacted quick enough, but that run was just so big.
I'm going to say it right here. It's something with HMS getting, what corner was it off of?
Turn one.
Was it coming off of turn 4?
Well, yeah, the run generated off of turn 4, but he made the move in turn 1.
See, what other person in HMS have you seen just like, how did he get that run, William Byron? It had to be something with the handling, getting the speed off the
I was going to say, yeah, that Coke 600, we were watching William Byron on turn 3 or 4.
Yeah, Casper the Ghost drafted him. He's like, what? He's like this.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What is that? Question: Did you, if you're Alex Bowman, would you have thought you had eight if you pushed a chance to win a race with 1 to go, or do you know? Because he said have a chance.
I've been thinking that because everyone was like, "Oh, good team player." Well, Bowman's right there on the cut line. I mean, he's like 50 points ahead above the cut line, but if anybody needed a win between them two, it was Bowman.
I'm okay with it.
I get it. I'm okay with it.
The point is, like, you need a win, but if you're on that type of team, what is it, 9 races to go? So you're like, okay, I'll take a second place finish. One of those deals versus like if Bowman was leading and he just got mollywopped and passed. I needed that win.
If it was Daytona, he wouldn't have done that.
I think the person that needed to win between those two got it more, because right before that you asked me, does Chase Elliott need to win? I mean, I know he's finishing up there, but he can find himself at the playoffs, and he ended up winning because me, I mean, you probably thought what I thought. Majority of the race, you thought we don't get a first time winner.
Oh, yeah. I thought that even going into the race. I was like, there's going to be a first time winner.
What would happen
for the year
if Cody Ware would have got the win? I know he's far, but what would happen?
That'd be crazy.
Teams that didn't get, that don't have a win, that are fighting for that last couple of spots, would they have been mad if Cody Ware had won it?
100%.
Did they change the rule? What do you have to be to make the playoffs? Do you have, or just if you get
just got to start every race
full time?
Start every race. There's no 30th. I think the rule was like you had to be above 30th in points, but now they just changed it. Like it's whoever.
How would Dorbin McClure start off this week if Tommy competition director had won the race and he was ahead of Bubba Wallace? How would
there would be some big shit talking going on.
I like what he said. So it's a small segue when Tommy, they were talking about SVG, like, oh, he's doing a lot better now with the ovals. When Ryan Blaney said that, yeah, we erased him now, he's 15 spots ahead of us. And then he said, once this other car figure out how to drive, then he'll be up there talking about. Do you think you can do a better job than Riley Hurst? It's not just him, it's Quinn, but can you do any worse?
No, I mean, no.
If they give you the same time,
I can do what he does. Wreck. Yeah,
if they give the race, you in that car, look, just don't finish dead last. Finish 36. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the race. To your point, I did like the Cup race better than Xfinity race. But I think I honestly think the track race is better now than it did when they first, like, here we go.
For the Cup,
because so they have space.
Right. I have 2 different.
Oh yeah, you've been to all of them. How do you think?
It's the Cup race is getting better and better each year. The Xfinity race, on the other hand, is kind of getting worse each year. Like,
do you think it's a talent difference?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think,
or the car.
I think it's the car. I think that car, that Xfinity, I think it's starting to get. It's weird how it's working. Like, it's doing a complete opposite thing. Like, you can kind of tell, like, I mean, I know it was a different race. It was a night race for Xfinity. It was hot. But the first Xfinity race this year, it was cold. It was a night race. But they got a little spaced out. It's just weird how it's going for the Xfinity cars. Like they can't generate the big runs like the Cup cars can.
Honestly, if you compare like F1 and F2, like one is more powerful. It was seen the top left more powerful and get more runs. I honestly think that's better for the Xfinity car because technically it's a development series, so you don't want that to be as big. Wait a minute, how much horsepower do Xfinity cars have in comparison to the Cup cars? Do the trucks have more horsepower because they're heavier? Had the trucks race at Atlanta? Oh damn! Called that race. Okay. How do you think this win? Do you think Nick Sanchez needed this win, or you think this is more things to come? Do you think? I know he's not in the prime. Let's say peak Nick Sanchez, whatever you think he is, because I think he's talented. Do you think he's better than Sam Mayer once he learns how to do everything? Is Sam Mayer a Cup driver? I think he's Cup worthy because of who's in Cup. He deserves a shot because you never know. Okay. What was your down point of like the Cup Series race? You didn't like it? What did you say when you saw Kyle Busch spinning around? He didn't have that much damage. Ooh, who you more sad for? Oh, Savard, because you expect. Oh, so you look at Kyle Busch like, let's say Talladega, and like he has a fast car. He just got shuffled back to fifth, but the wreck happens to clip his back bump. He spins out. That's just his luck. You know what? You know how I know that he knows if his luck is going and bad string of luck because if he was in an 18 car or a fast car, he'll be mad when he's on the pit road. How do you see him act when he gets in a wreck in an 8 car now? It's like you getting sworn and beat on Apex as soon as you land. Like, all right. But okay, so what do you think about Penske qualifying? Honestly, I'll be honest. When I saw that before you texted, I thought the qualifying got rained out, and somehow all four should just start in the top 8. If you were a top driver, would you're gonna have a good car, regardless of how you trim it up? Would you rather qualify up top, or would you rather set your car up for the race, knowing you're gonna have a fast car either way, for how you would want to drive? So would you take track position and a somewhat, I don't know if this car gonna handle good, or a fast car and put it far back? And you work your way out. Okay. Okay. Hmm. What What do you think? I knew Daniel gonna get in a wreck at Atlanta because I don't feel like his luck is that good at Atlanta. What did you think when you saw just all the big names and majority of the winners this year in that wreck? And so, also, side note, when Kyle Larson the spotting, it was like everything going in slow motion for him to go here, go there, no scratch. I went to see some bracket where they chose it right, just one random guy in Vermont. So you're saying Joe Logano more loved in Charlotte than he is Atlanta? Who got the most cheers in Atlanta? He did. Was there anyone close? Did Bubba get booed, or was it like it was like I don't know if we're gonna really boom Toyota and a random Ford guy? Okay. Yeah. The only one that was doing it was when Kyle blocked the guy when he was trying to sell his stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. After that, I had to ask this because you were there. How was the rain delay? Because that rain hit whatever one you because the one the Xfinity race that rain hit me the next day. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy because they hit me the next day. The Thunder line. I was on a 2-hour rain delay at GoPro, and I looked at the radar. It came from Georgia. Like, wait a minute, didn't he say it didn't rain, but it was a rain delay? Oh, what is it like? If it's within 30 miles, where's 10 miles in comparison to Atlanta? Compared to that track, the square. I've never heard that line before. Never. I get it, but that must be a deep south. And now you sound like saying the show like once you peel the onion back, man, tell all the truth. I don't know what that means. I feel like it's over there past by the so a lightning strike that your parents can see from their bedroom can cause a long, lengthy rain delay at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh yeah, I remember you sent me. Well, I say, look, hey, wherever NASCAR goes, that cloud comes. Yeah, they made us go inside. Like, have you been inside as a kid? They didn't make you get out the grandstands? We supposed to do go to your truck and seat cover. Well, oh, what time did you get there for that? Yeah, the one when they close the gates on you. That's what it would. Question: why haven't you went to the infield at Atlanta, the camp? I feel like it would just be easy, price wise and everything. So you're saying it was easier for you to camp in or around Charlotte versus Atlanta? You're in your backyard. Could you do what you did at Charlotte, like for a weekend, just like wherever, like a good campsite? It don't even have to be at the track of Atlanta. How much would that bring you? You saw it late. Would you have done it? Let's say you didn't have work on Monday. Oh, it was like sophisticated, like we. So next to your tent would be a nice $100,000 camper. How would you have rolled up if money was an option? Tent still. Oh, so you don't want to rough it in your tent. Oh, so money would change you at a NASCAR race. Oh, I get it. You'll be the people getting the suite, or other people up there with the tent having a good time. Yeah, I get you. Now, when it was under 5 laps to go, take away who I want him to win. Who do you think is going to win with 5 laps to go? Like scientifically, like you. And did it ever pop in your mind, just like at any track where you can't be lean on the last lap? Did you think someone will get a run? All the Chase Elliott fans put their hands up in the air and gave their power for the spirit bomb for Chase Elliott. I know Bowman say they have a chance. But looking at that, Bowman wasn't driving like he was on a rival team. He was like, oh, all right, I know something. Go ahead and let him get this win. Back up. Just make sure it cash. Yeah, and I'm kind of mad you didn't let my driver get in there that I chose. That man bound for the top 10 all day. I told you, BJ McLeod before that race had led more super speedway laps than Zane Smith, and that's what I went for. Barely. Do you have any other takeaways from the race? I mean, besides Chase Elliott winning on his home track fitting, I mean, Dan Torres running his home track, so it's good. Rank your top 5 races of the year. Why? Why the top 2? Would you have to be there? Yeah. I see. It was almost like the perfect storm. No one was dominating a race, and then a top driver for NASCAR. I feel it. For me, did you put yours in order? Right. Mexico race number 1, reasons. Go 600 number 2. Phoenix number 3. I'm gonna add this race in just because. The Clash number 4, and then I put Atlanta. Oh, this one. That was another make my top 10. This one had storylines. It had the race. It had the close, and honestly, it's a perfect length for a race. What lets me know that if they shorten the super speedway races, so like imagine if it's 150 laps for those, and extreme tire wear and tiny tanks. Because how they say it needs to be tiny tanks. Not even talking about the PS1 game, but tiny tanks to where riding around ain't gonna help you. That's my opinion. What's been the worst race this year? Like you turn on like, I'd rather go cut the grass in the rain than Ross's. For me, the Pocono race. Oh, Pocono or Bristol. Me. Power went down. That's a fair point. I did want to ask you, who did you have winning the in-season tournament? Like overall, did you say Denny Hamlin, or did you Carson Hocevar, or did you go with your wife and choose Ryan Blaney? I know you didn't have Kyle Busch winning, of course. Okay, I did have another question for you. Um, what driver wins in NASCAR and is the best for NASCAR? For the drivers and for the fans and for the business, all three. Like who could win next week and hit all those three? Like them, hate them. That's a win. That business, NASCAR, drivers, fans. Yeah, I think Ron Blaney is more popular than because he Ron Blaney gets the Chase Elliott fans and the normal fans. Chase Elliott gets the he gets Chase Elliott gets the fans who like West Virginia, and he gets the fans that go to Georgia Tech. That's what he gets. Ryan Blaney gets the people that you see. He gets. I was gonna say a name. He gets the. My dad gave me a small loan for us to build this house and a couple of 4-wheelers. He can get both. Do you think? Do you? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask about changing the tires more easier than navigating a NASCAR website. Or is that a sign of you getting old? Make it real big, and I can see it. It's a 11-year-old you now can navigate NASCAR page easily. You know what would be best? You probably find on TikTok or someone's page. They probably posted it. Or they go off your bracket and see who won. Based on who's remaining, who do you think has the best chance to win? I'm actually gonna go Bubba. His outside chance he can win it, based on just solely who he's facing. I think he. Give you. Who do you think? Who you got? Ty Dillon did good at Mexico. I'm gonna go with Ty Dillon. His highlight is when he battled Marcus Ambrose that one year. I know he was saying in that car, it's hot. Why you getting past Marcus? I'm gonna go with Bubba. I'm gonna go with Emerson Fittipaldi. If it's straight, no weather race, easy Chase Elliott. But you know what we're gonna get if it rains there. Like those tire barriers. It's gonna be like random driver. And if it was Mike Jordan to look at it, like just 3.5 short years ago, this is Norm Gregson right here. Who are you going with that? With the rain? I'm gonna go with Chase Elliott. I'm gonna trust the car. Okay. I think I don't want to say I'm gonna say because it may be I don't be mad this I don't be mad. I ain't gonna watch the last of the race. Chase Elliott has a lot of weight off his shoulder now. Now he wants to go reclaim to be the road course king because he said you're talking about SVG. All I need is 3 wins to have the most road course wins in NASCAR history. Because all you gotta do is pass Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon. Tony Stewart one win. Matt, if Chase Elliott dominates this race in the rain, you gonna come on a podcast after that and say, can he win 3 in a row? If Chase Elliott won, he won this week, wins at Chicago and wins at Watkins Glen, what are you saying after that Watkins Glen race? Bro, hold on. I gotta ask this one last question and see how much disdain you have for Chase. Would you rather Auburn blowing out Georgia just like the Eagle blew out the Chiefs Super Bowl, but for the championship game? Or would you want to watch Chase Elliott win 10 races the rest of the year and win a championship? One or the other is going to happen. You got to choose which one you don't want to happen. Erik Jones. I don't know if you've been noticing, Erik Jones has been driving better than what that car is. Erik Jones been getting his then he spun Ryan Blaney out in Mexico. Are those two going to be around each other, you think? Just on the track? Is it too early in the end season tournament to like put a bumper to someone? Okay. You got Stenhouse in that? Hold on. I'm gonna add an amendment to that for this tournament. Whoever wins the tournament gets 2 points, playoff points. I know, but I was trying to squeeze that in there, and for you to say yes. Zane Smith versus. I look at Zane Smith like John Hunter Nemechek. He can finish dead last or randomly in the top 4. I go with Buescher though. I feel like both of them can hit the tire barrier at any point in the race. Knowing them, okay, how do they do it if they both wreck in the same one? Are you battling in the garage to get the car out? I want to see that for the grand finale. Ty who? Ty Dillon? Ty. That's gonna be that top for you. Someone to squeeze into the top 10. You're gonna have to be really good. It's gonna come down to pit road for the people in the top 10. Hold on, real quick. It's gonna be, if Ty Gibbs gonna win that race if AJ Allmendinger is sad and like 26th in practice. I'm gonna go with Ty Gibbs too. Or they're just logging laps. Carson Hocevar gets spun out. Pick a driver. It's not going to be Stenhouse. It's going to be a driver who you like. You know how Carson Hocevar can get more fans? Do you think Carson Hocevar heard that statement that Ryan Blaney said? If I'm Ryan Blaney, I go wreck Blaney before he can wreck me. I'm a pull a Drake back to back on you, then get you mad. That's the only way you can beat the Penske cars. Get in the race bait. Because that's not the NCAA tournament matches people had going. So you tell me that the NCAA tournament champion can probably be battling for 28th in the final? What, Kyle Larson's leading race? But yeah, what's the first green flag, white flag? If it's Chase Elliott, I'm bowing out. In this situation, green flag. I like Chase Elliott when he's down and winning. Now when he's winning multiple races and winning. No. Black flag. Double black flag. Like Freddie said, it doesn't change anything. It just extra stuff. So it's a green flag. I'm gonna say green. Are you saying like is it good or bad for him or the team? I'm gonna actually say green flag for Suarez, and the team, because one, the team, you got Connor Zilic. He's shown he can come up in the series. Would you say he's better than Zane Smith for talent, or with Riley Hurst? You would say that, but for Daniel Suarez, he's shown he can win at multiple teams. Not too many drivers can say that. Real quick before you go, colleague, Spire. I think he's a dark horse to go to Spire. Replace Justin Haley. You never know. Or Brad K retires. Maybe. Yeah. What is ready for Cup mean? How do you know if anyone's ready? Was Carson Hocevar ready to go to Cup from the trucks after They treated Carson Hocevar like is like Josh Allen. Do you remember watching Josh Allen games at Wyoming in college? When he was in college, I never physically watched him game. They just say this guy's 6'5", 245. They saw Hocevar. They saw the aggression one, and they saw him battle get those wins, and everyone's on his back. Send him up. Where would you rank him if Zillis came up next season lineup? Where would you rank him as far as Cup drivers starting next season? If no one else changes besides him. With my eye test, or are you saying who will finish higher standings? SVG. I think for the eye test, to most, because SVG is oval, it's like coming like this. Connor Zillis will be starting off the season like this. No, but I'm not saying it's not going to be a good race. Would you agree that a weather Chicago street course is better than a straight 75-degree weather for the way it is? Hopefully they don't short the race this year. Excluding the one-off people, are you saying is there a greater percentage that a regular Cup guy win? Like a new driver that won't help the 23 team. That's the hardest question that you asked me, because I'm gonna say yes. Because after last week, you ain't gonna. When's the last time you seen NASCAR? They had back-to-back weeks. All the top drivers not in the top. Yeah, green flag. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I didn't know if you wanted to pull up the list. I think she beats Josh Bilicki if he's going on time. As a 21st place finish. She beats Josh Bilicki. And hold on, wait a minute. 41 cars, you can let a car in. I'm gonna ask you this, Blake. Take real quick. See how NASCAR is sideways. Take out Will Brown. Put 5 former Cup champions in there, past their prime. Do they make an exception? Have all of them in the race? That's why. I think that was where. Yeah, they need to understand. Why is the waiver system automatically in? But this is like one driver has to go home. You gonna make that team drive all the way out there? Out of the people that got qualified, who are the guaranteed ones in? Like, would you bet money? Oh yeah, they gonna make it. They gonna make it. I'm gonna give Corey Heim. It's just straight race with your brung. Maybe they didn't need to. Maybe they're looking at how you're looking at it. Yeah, we gonna get in. We don't need no waiver. How would it be if they were all open cars? No charters. Do you think there will be any other teams who won't make it if everyone was an open charter? Riley Hurst. Okay, go ahead with the next one. That was actually your best green flag, black flag. It was more in depth, even despite that Chase Elliott one. Yeah. Didn't someone take the move up to second, I believe? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, who's the first two out? Was KFB? Is it if he won his race? Is he that far out? Okay, dang. If you're the first two drivers, how are you approaching this? Out, first drivers out. Okay, if you're the first two drivers in, or like that made it. If I was him, I'll go for stages, get as most points as I can. If I'm Alex Bowman, I'll go for the win. Attempt to go for the win. Follow whoever the top guys are going. And the last question I got about the whole thing you just said. Right now, as we currently said, who do you got winning the regular season championship? And right now, unbiased for both, who do you got winning the championship based off of what you've seen? Yeah. Based on what you've seen with your own eyes this year. Think Blaney gonna be consistent? Regular season championship. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna go with Denny Hamlin. Some way. I can see Denny again on a pre-playoff run because you know he's gonna phase out like Chris Paul in the playoffs. But that he can do that. If Denny Hamlin needs to turn into Denny Hamlin. First of all, when in Denny Hamlin's prime, what has he ever exited or entered a prime, or has he been the same every year? Because I don't know. You would say he's driving better now than he was when he was younger, like in his first 10 years. Championship for me, if I'm unbiased, is it Joe Logano, Ryan Blaney, Joe Logano, last 3 years in that order? Ryan Blaney. If they win 4 in a row, what do you say? They turn it on when you least expect it, huh? I mean, they put it on, but yeah, that's it. This other thing I've just been dreading it because I'll be honest with you, I'm treating this like the cheat sheets of regular season. So go ahead and say what you got to say. Yeah, I saw it on my list. I have a. I think if I'm NASCAR, at the Chicago race? Answer this one. I'm gonna say what you decide. Would you rather announce it before the race or after the race? I would announce that this race will be the last one. We're going to San Diego next year in place of it. Before or after? Would you announce it before the race or after the race? Oh, it's an amazing race. Just to get the fans. After the race? If the drivers, forget the fans, if the drivers know it's the last race here, I think that can make it more exciting. Yeah, but the Chicago race, honestly, when I saw the chance of rain, because Midwest, this time of year we get a lot of rain there. I think the race is better with weather. That's one of the one tracks I know the race is better with. Like it's like a road course, because then the driving skills are more even. But I'm looking for it. The Xfinity race is a sleeper race with everyone in there. You know what? Top heavy, I'm going to say the Xfinity race will be better because you'll see just a separation of people. Cut race, for most of it, the top two, and then the rest will be an exciting race. I think it would be how you treat Atlanta this week, just reverse. That would have been a race I would have put in, but they could enter it next week. Walking Glen. Yeah, they did. It's Jack Perkins. Yeah, because I saw it today. It's Jack Perkins, Supercars veteran. It's just they haven't put it up there yet. But I get when you take the cut race away. When we had an Xfinity race, nothing against everyone. You don't want to see the regular people, and you want to see who's coming in from left field to race. Like if you put the 17 car, who would you have put in a 17 car this week if they called you? How would that top 10 race be? Because that'd be a big gap between the rest of the field. Hold on. There's other drivers in Xfinity race with the talent. There's another driver I put in there, Cole Custer. Because Cole Custer in the Xfinity car on the road course. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this. I know I'm saying like when he was back in Xfinity series, I always chose him. But I'm gonna tell you this: how you don't want Chase Hill to win a race? I don't want that big loaf of Wonder Bread, buffoon muffin, Austin Hill to win again. You should have pushed him when you ran into him. Hey, look, when I told you when you didn't know that happened, and then you asked me where he was, when I tell you they were on the TV talking when he was going pit road, that Austin Hill, I was told Austin Hill's team, they're trying to get these 6 laps back. They were debating like he can do it there, he can do it here, like 6 laps. Oh wow. If they did and he won a race, I'm picking him. I'm riding. My legit. Can we do legit and sleeper pick? Last minute race can be unbiased pick. Unbiased. Sleeper the 19 car. Unbiased pick. Sam Mayer. Because of weather, and the top guy can take each other out, and Sam Harrison. That's why I think he should win. Tyler Gray. No, he's gonna finish second. Watch him finish second. Get past the last corner. Who's your pick? Who's your main pick for the unbiased pick for the Cup race and sleeper? No. Just like just a random guy. No, I'm gonna name mine like the same thing we did the Xfinity race. Like okay, I got a question. Who would you not want to see the Chicago race for the Cup Series? Like if they want to race, oh my god. Oh, Alabama's mine. Alabama's mine. All right. You can go ahead on your little soliloquy about this nonsense. These next 2 weeks gonna be interesting. Giving up a lead like the Falcons against the Patriots. That's what my lead started out as. That's like a 28-3. Wow. Ooh, okay, Christopher Bell. And tell him who we chose last week. I would have lost if I had the other guy too. Shout out to BJ for a solid win. When you chose him, I saw he was up there like, yeah, I'm going to lose. He was just up there. It wasn't even halfway through the race. Like, yeah, he going to win. So you get first pick? Interesting. I want to see who you choose, honestly. Yeah, because based on your last road course choice, who did you choose for the last road course? Well, it was only one, Coda, right? I honestly think you chose. Never mind. You chose. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Going with Will Brown. You should lock that in, send it, notarize that, write that in blood. Now, with that, how do you want this race to end? How do you want these? A restart 5 laps to go. How do you want the race to go? No, yeah. AJ Allmendinger. I get it. Everyone. It's, oh, you want to hear Steve Letarte and no. I know what you mean. No, you want to hear. They should have. You want to hear Steve Letarte sound like Jeff Burton after 60 laps. Like they're 4 wide coming to the last corner. They're being a make NASCAR calls no flag. Do you want the race to be? Now, I'm gonna add to that. I want that, but I want one random driver or YZ up there to be in there just to throw a monkey in it. I want Brad K to be up there battling with all of them. But then I want no caution to happen the last like 10 laps, 15 laps. No, I'm gonna say 20 laps, but everyone on different tires and it's sprinkling and it's stopping and getting dry. Run against the darkness. We're gonna fit this in. The one thing I don't want, it's all right. I don't want to see a top driver that you kind of want to do good all speeding on pit road. Yes. Huh? Oh, yes, I do. Can you say the next? Um, can you say the remaining races in order after that? And that's all I got. After Watkins Glen. Oh, wait a minute. It's not Watkins Glen. It's Sonoma next week. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I don't know who I got next week. I do know. Oh, dang. Richmond and Daytona that night. Richmond race. Is that the 500 lap race or close 400? I think so. That's gonna be the race Austin Dillon wins. Okay. That's all I got with that. I also want to give a shout out to the trucks at Lime Rock for the first time, but that is a dark horse track, not the Cup Series. But if they leave Portland, the Xfinity Series can go to Lime Rock because the ARCA cars look good there. Minus what that happened on that restart. What is your NASCAR? Are the trucks off this week? What is your perfect scenario for NASCAR this weekend as a racing fan? Who do you want to see parked in victory lane? As a racing fan, who do you want to see? Not who's the best. That's a good selling point for Trackhouse next year. First of all, NASCAR, that's a hell of a promo they can use. They can use talk to supercars, use that former team. Yeah, because Will Browns, who replaced SVG at AAA Ampo, out there, like his direct replacement. Yeah, and SVG's teammate won the championship. Like he's the defending champion down there. That would be a good one for me for the Xfinity Series. I would want to see Sheldon Creed mustering better than second place finish at the track. His win in a race would feel like Dale Jr. felt when Michael Waltrip met him in the infield. In Cup race, let Brad K. Parker in victory lane. Because I'm gonna use the Earnhardt family. Brad K went at the road course to be like Dale Sr. winning his at Daytona 500. Also, do you think they would say the same thing about Brad K if he won the race like they did SVG? Because where has Brad K been in points all year? He hasn't even been above 30. But last question I got, and I'm done. I got everything. Honest to God, perfect scenario is Sonoma or what is it, Infineon better than Chicago Street Course? You think? As a track, whether or not, I think it is. Yeah, yeah. As a old time fan, yeah. I hope they go to San Diego because I like that. Yeah. OnlyFans coming soon.